Let's meditate. I thought everything is quiet, but as soon as I thought about it, rooster made a noise. It's already 6:30 in the morning. I slept a little longer than usual. The reason is that I had a long dream. It was like on and off and on and off and on and off. Just a while ago I thought about it. And came up with the answer. The dream was about how we get the feedback in our life. In this case, feedback is like a mirror looking at myself or yourself. Which is already something we may do or we may not do in different ways. The typical one is you did something wrong and you reflect and figuring out what went wrong and what can be done, or just stay in the mind crucifying ourselves, which is not a good feedback because you feel the pain and you just dig into it. The right feedback is to come out of it with the insight. Okay, something went wrong. What to do? You can apply this way too. If something went right, okay, what to do? So it's a feedback going forward. Life is a continuous feedback. It's one way to say it, that life moves on until we die. And when we die, things still keep on moving on. The universe or the nature is like an engine that keeps the planet go around the sun, and the universe moves on, perhaps into the black hole and come out of it. Maybe we call it the eternal cycle. I use the word cycle because it sounds like if there's a beginning, there's an end. If there's a life, there's death. And if there is death, there's life. And if there's ending, there's beginning. we may think life comes with end. That's probably is right. And if you want to keep living forever, then there's no death. And if there's no death, who knows? You may keep suffering endlessly, no rest. It's like a no sleep. Perhaps the universe has a rhythm. And let me tie into that thought to the dream-like state I went through, if I can describe it. I had lots of patent when I was an engineer, and this is like a unique, what I think is unique, business idea related to life and how we may keep learning endlessly until we die. So learning is, in a way, a progression. If you don't learn, it may be all right. Maybe you are in the blissful sensation all the time. But even that may end, because blissful sensation forever may be difficult to endure. Or you may want to do something instead of just be in that state, like a Bodhisattva. Go back to the world and do the job, and then the cycle continues. Awakening, suffering, work with people, and awakening, and go back to the world and suffer to help people, and you feel the pain, so you help yourself. So this is another engine for the world to keep on progressing. So the idea I had is something like using AI. Let's say I have life to live, and if I monitor various things to find the bottleneck problems that I can address, that helps me. One of the major problems is we don't know what the problem is. So how do we find what the problem or the bottleneck, so that the life gets into the right rhythm of, let's call it CAPD, check, act, plan, do. Check what's going on as it is. Figure out what causes that. For example, if there's a pain, suffering, what causes that? Come up with the insight, have a plan. So check, act, and plan, and act upon the plan, and then check again. So it's kind of like an eternal cycle, or living cycle, of pain to get out of the pain, and may feel happy, but then you go through another pain to keep on progressing. You can go backward, perhaps. I don't want to think about it, but if you keep in the pain and go dig deeper into the hell, so to speak, and if there's no end, it's not like a life to be lived. Life is a process of creation. Out of the dust, we are alive. This is amazing miracle. How it happened. The universe has a way. Nature has a way. And keep on that spirit of creation is to go beyond. It's like Murphy's law. If left alone, everything fails. So it's a law of entropy, but we can go beyond. Not we in our mind, but the inside ideas coming up from the root of who we are, the life force. If we don't use our mind and let the heart to speak, so that's a CAPD at the fundamental level, continuously to be practiced. And the practice happens not just the mind, but by the way of the universe. So you ride the wave, moving forward, having fun, share compassionate sense, smile, and go challenge to move forward. So the long story to talk about the dream-like state, it is to use AI. Let's see if I can recollect the essence of this idea. It's a CAPD as a process of feedback and then come up with the insight. And if we can prepare to monitor how things are happening in a manner that organizes the information just like a business plan. In my idea of the mini company applied to each cell of the organs, the idea is to know the key performance indicators of what is going on to keep living. So you monitor, looking at yourself in the mirror kind of thing, but AI can do that. If we give a proper KPI to monitor, and every now and then we have the summary to look at, like a doctor looking at the diagnosis or the symptom actually, and what's causing the problem. So to do the doctor's work with AI, we have information to monitor. It could be what we eat, what amount, how we do the exercise, how we practice, how we fall into the problematic area in mind or body, and monitor that. to expose the problem. AI can do that by us supplying proper information. So they'll give us input of those information displayed, like I call glass wall management. What's made what is important. Little noisy on the road. What's important? Maybe a noise. How to avoid the noise, but you need to monitor the noise. Noise from within or from outside. From within, what we do to eat, exercise, how we use the brain, what incidents we have. Just like my daily journal, black dot exercise, which is to keep capturing how I'm living, activities, and the black dot if there's some feedback I need to address. Like I made a hole for the hollow card by mistake. That's black dot because I had to spend 4 hours riding the bus, 2 hours out, 2 hours back. So that's a pain caused by my stupidity or unawareness. But not just the event-based, but continuously monitoring. If there's a will, there's a way. Our life is a continuous process of exposing the problem and addressing it. So the idea of the dream, let me try again. Is basically an interactive process of feeding the information, let the AI to summarize, identify key issues, which could be imminent, or it could be long-term issues, but it's like an ongoing record of life in various key activities and related to the event. Pretty much like what I do with this YouTube. Each YouTube I produce is caused by my will, or hopefully the will of the universe, so that I'm aware of what's going on in my life, good and bad. Why so, and then what to do. Be alive, have fun, enjoy, and share. So let's live with that the idea was to program such a process of CAPD in addition to what I do, like that black dot exercise of daily journal in one line, in a page, each line, each day, and black dot if there is. As much as my YouTube represent a part of it, to keep on learning and growing, And also the idea like life profile, to review every 3 months or so what happened, checking why, acting, it's a problem, how to solve it, and how to develop a plan and act upon it for the next 3 months, whatever. Life is a process of CAPD. There's an engine for that. We can apply those ideas and make this process vivid, objective, and subjective, to make the most of it and have fun. Thank you.